So I was asking God, what have my mom's prayers done for me? And what has her going to this prayer meeting every Monday for an hour done in my life? And he pointed me to his word. And in Exodus chapter 33, it talks about how Moses made it a habit to go to this place called the tent of meeting. And there he would talk with God, and it said he would talk to God face to face. And in this tent, Moses was constantly interceding for Israel and bringing their name before God over and over and over again. And because he was doing this, Moses received direction for Israel. He received favor for Israel and personal promises made personally for Israel and God's presence with Israel. In the text, it says that you're going to go to this land and that I will be with you and I will look favorably upon you. And because my mom has brought my name before God over and over and over again, I've gotten the same benefits that Israel did. I have gotten direction for my life. God's favor has followed me to every place that I've been. I've received personal promises that were tailor-made just for me to help me persevere through trials. And God's presence has gone with me to every place I've gone and set me apart and preserved my faith. And I remember just watching my mom, and when she would talk, she talked like she knew God, and I wanted that same relationship too. And my mom, she would have this coffee table, and on the left drawer, she would put all of her Bibles, all of her notebooks, and all the books she was reading about prayer in there. And sometimes I would just peek into her drawer and want to see what she was reading about, because God would speak to her in such a cool way. And I remember one day I was coming home from college, and I had been fighting this injury that had never healed for 4 long years. And I was peeking into one of her books, and it was actually called Mom's Book of Powerful Prayers. And I saw, when I looked in, that one of the pages was bookmarked and starred. And I opened it up and saw that she was praying, it said on the title, a plea for a healing miracle. And just to see that my mom was praying for me so specifically and so faithfully touched my heart. And now I have a drawer on the right side of that coffee table where I put my Bibles and my notebooks and all my books about prayer too, because I wanted to be just like her. And back to that question I was asking in the beginning, what have my mom's prayers done for me? God really showed me in his word that this tent that Moses was going to was a place of prayer, and that place of prayer was the place where God chose to commission the next leader of Israel, Joshua. In Exodus 33, you see Joshua, and he's just watching Moses in his prayer life, and it talks about how Joshua even lingered at the tent too. Eventually, God calls both Moses and Joshua together to this tent, and he tells Joshua, you are going to be that person that I am going to use to lead the people into the land. Be strong and courageous. And that's what I've seen with my mom's prayers, is that they're commissioning me. They're preparing me to go and possess that land. My mom's prayers have had this sharpening effect on my life. They have given me this desire to be more like Jesus, a deeper love for his word, a heart that is sensitive to his voice, and a burden to share my faith with those who are lost. And I have been so prayed over in my life, and I think every spiritual blessing that's probably written in the Bible has been prayed over me. And to whom much is given, much is required, right? So God, send me to those places where there's spiritual darkness. Send me to that school, to that land, Lord, to that nation, wherever you want. Here I am, Lord, send me. And if you're a mom out there and you're discouraged or tempted to give up on praying, please don't, because your prayers are making such a difference. And continue just being strong and courageous in your prayers, praying for this next generation, because you're truly commissioning us, and we couldn't do it without you. And I just want to say a special thanks to my mom. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Thanks for praying for me, and I love you so much.